I'm working on a remix for Void Complet right now for a track with a long title. I can't remember. It's like got all these numbers and digits, but it's like a techno-y, quite like sound design production kind of club track, and I'll show you how I approach doing the remix. So first of all, let's make this window a bit smaller. So let's jump into my Ableton project. Oh, this disappeared. One sec there, float on top. Right, so this is my project here with the remix, but first, this is after like several sessions. So I'm going to show you how I approached this remix from the very beginning. So what I did was I started by dragging the stems in. So this is the folder with the stems. So I selected all the stems here, and then let's move this down a bit. So I don't know if you know this on Ableton, when you drag something in, it puts them all on the same track, but if you hold Command down and drag them in, then it puts them one each on their own track. So this is the track as it was. Now on all the levels are set to 0 there. The computer fan is on, so you can probably hear that. So we'll drag everything down to 0 there, and then it's not mixed or anything, it's just so what have we got here? We've got the kick drum, the break, something here which isn't there yet, the time loop which isn't there yet, we'll drag it further, this one, some vocal bits, down here there's some effects, just kind of just digital bassline thing. Hats. Notice they're not named. So, well, these ones are stutter break. Bass drum. All the drums together. Some more effects. Vocals. So first step was tidying it up and kind of naming stuff and seeing what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. I'll just get rid of them now. So that was the original track, and now back to the beginning. This is my remix. So this is the well, this is just some resampling from, I can't even remember, some of the stuff that was in there, resampled and affected. The effects on that track are Timeless, Fab Filter Effect, and Preditome, which is an Ohmworks compressor-y thing, distortion. So that's given it a lot of the character in the track there. Oh, this is the intro. I added some hats there that come in only on the second bar of every 4 bars. There's the original hats there. It's maybe a tiny bit loud. I'm still kind of halfway through mixing this. At this point, you can hear this pad come in, twin 3, and a very low bass, which is this also, there's a twin 2 actually, subby bass. It's like a club track. The kick drum coming in there, that's from Hot Glue. It's from the Eurorack stuff. I made a sequence and recorded it in. Just remembered I have to tidy some stuff up here. So I was playing around with some the groove for some of this stuff. I bet you'll see on the groove on this, it's set to swing 55, but I was listening to it earlier on just earbuds while I was walking the dog, and I realized it messed up the groove. So I'm going to go back to no groove, just straight. What else did I put no groove on that? So there's little kind of mixed grooves and stuff. So I have to go through everything here. And yeah, this stuff, oh, that rim shot I added in. That's why I put the groove on in the first place, because this rim shot was really swinging. But instead I'm just going to take that out. That's from a different project. Also Eurorack. The hats, I put no groove on there. Good, okay, the hats are straight. And then I did put groove on the bass line. Not there, but all of these ones. So turn that off, none. And the kick drum, actually, I did turn that off already, right? The Hot Glue stuff. Alright, so that's it all. So it's, and the Tycho, yeah, okay, that's another Eurorack module. None. So that's all straight now, good. Okay, so now back to the, it's on solo. First breakdown here. And I'm going to take that rim shot out. So basically, it's a little bit like Object Unglued is kind of a reference for this track, where I'm going to make a series of kind of breakdowns and have it like kick in harder each time, hopefully. And I love Unglued. I love that track. I love how it kind of, the beats kick in all like off kilter and wrong and then correct themselves. So I might do a bit of that. This is like maybe 30 to 40% done. There's a lot of work to do on it. I'm going to add some more sounds in as well. Not percussion and beats are more or less there, but I'm going to add some more chordy and melody sounds in the second half of the track. And yeah, it's still like taking shape there, but I thought I'd run through my approach to it, and you can see the like kind of there's like bits of hardware. We've got the Cirklon. We've got BD9. Got the clap. Got the Techno. And we've got the mini lock. Going into Ableton. Recording, that's it. Being sequenced and recorded in, and then a lot of I'll still be doing more processing and sending stuff out to hardware, recording it back in, just keeping on layering up the sounds and having it polished, more and more polished, and more to sound like me, I suppose. That's like really what I want in the end. I once organised a masterclass with Objekt in Dublin, a good few years back, and it was a real eye-opener. He showed us the track, I think it was Agnes Demise. He showed us his workflow for the track. He had the Ableton project and everything, and I remember that Ableton project was like Agnes Demise 89. It was the 89th version of the track. And he was able to go through earlier versions, and like the very first version was just like a hardware jam, sounded nothing like the track, and then it was sculpting and like, you know, the amount of attention to detail and just relentless drive to improve it really was very eye-opening. And actually at that masterclass was also a feedback session, and I'd made a track like in about 10 minutes the night before to play at the feedback session. And that track, I got feedback on it. It was just like whatever, it was whatever 10-minute idea, but I got feedback. I worked on it. I worked on that track for on and off for years and years, and that track got signed to Metamorphic, Dan Curtin's label, years and years and years later, after like many hours went into it. So it's not always like that. I know some great tracks have been made in an hour or two, like Ghetto House tracks or whatever, just happened in the moment, but I've found that the tracks that really spent a lot of time on sound wise anyway, just sculpting them, getting them to sound really good. Object's tracks, you can hear that they sound like nobody else. He's got his own sound, and it just kind of makes total sense. How, you know, everybody can come up with a 10-minute idea. That's easy. What you do after that and after that and after that, the sculpting, the process of improving and going somewhere with it and ending up with something you're happy with, that is the effort. That's songwriters have this phrase, it's not the writing, it's the rewriting. It's not the writing, it's the rewriting. So it's not the 10-minute idea, anyone can come up with that, but it's the sculpting and the honing and the ending up with something really you're happy with. Hope you got something out of that. Okay, I'll post an update on this track at a future point when it's done. Okay, for that.